Good day, friends. My name is Olasu Miracle. I'm a software engineer and also an embedded system engineer. I want to quickly talk about a topic, and the topic is mutability and immutability. What do I mean by mutability? Mutability is just a word for something that is modifiable, something that is changeable. And immutability is just the opposite, something that is not what modifiable. The question is, why are strings immutable? Strings, let me create a string. Let me say string. I want to create a variable now. And the variable is name. And I'm assigning name to be what? Miracle. Now, miracle is a string, right? That's sequence of immutable bytes. Sequence of non-modifiable bytes. Now, I'm assigning miracle to name. Name is just a variable. And imagine name itself, when you create a variable, the variable is going to have what? An address in the computer memory. When I mean address, it's just like your home address now, your location, where I can find you. Now, so name is a variable having an address. And miracle is also what? Like, miracle is stored in a particular place. You know, the first definition of variables I've seen is a variable is, some people say a variable is a container that is used to store a particular or that is pointing to a memory location. Now, variable is just that same, variable is pointing to, is a reference pointing, just like a pointer pointing to where this sequence of bytes called miracle is stored. When I mean sequence of bytes, it's just collection of what? Characters. M-I-R-A-C-L-E. Characters. The collection is stored somewhere in the memory. Now, so why is miracle, or that is the string itself, why is it immutable? I'm going to explain that to you now. So imagine I create another variable here. Imagine I create another variable, and the variable is called second name now. So second name, and we are assigning second name to be miracle. The same name. So second name is what? Miracle. Now, I now create another string variable now. I create another variable called third name. And third name is also assigned to be what? Miracle. What do you think is happening here? String. First name, that's the name, the original name I created, is assigned to miracle. There is an address attached to it. Now, the third name, which is a new variable now, created, is also assigned to miracle, but is also going to have its own address. That's a separate address now, right? The second name too is going to have its own address because it's a new variable, and it's also pointing towards this same miracle. Remember I said that variable itself now is pointing to a reference, that's a memory location. Inside the memory in computer science now, or in software engineering, that particular memory is referred to as either the string pool or the heap memory. So imagine there is already a miracle in the memory now. There's already a miracle here. And you created three guys, first name, second name, third name. They are pointing to miracle. If you want to, if you are comparing them using your selection statements, like the if statement, you are using it to compare them, it's still going to be telling you that they are equal because they are pointing to the same miracle. So why is it that engineers or the scientists, the computer scientists now, why is it that they made miracle immutable? One of the advantage of making a string, I said miracle, one of the advantage of making a string immutable is because you don't want a situation where somebody will just come to your computer and change maybe second name now, and they are trying to modify this, they are trying to change it. They now remove the M in miracle and put L there, miracle, and all other variables are pointing to that particular word, miracle, in the memory. Immediately you do this, it will affect. Imagine you have 1,000 users, like you have 20 people. That's 20, let me say 20 names, 20 variables pointing to a particular word, string variable, a particular string now, pointing to that string in memory, and that string is what? Miracle. And 1 out of this 20 now comes to change it, that, oh, I don't want to bear miracle again. I just want to change my first letter. I want to change it to L, miracle. If it was mutable now, immediately this person changes it, it will affect everybody. Everything will change in the memory, because they are actually referencing the same miracle in memory. They are pointing to the same guy in memory. So now, the solution to it was, if this person come and change this particular thing, a new location, a new variable, that's a new string, is going to be created in the memory for that particular change. So it's not the same. You are not trying to mutate or manipulate the same variable that is already stored in the memory. So mutability or immutability of strings now, it comes with a lot of advantage. Security advantage, like this I explained here, that somebody cannot just come and change your password just like that. Maybe you are trying to put your password somewhere. You are sure that, oh, the security of this thing is sure. And for my fellow programmers out there and software engineers, one of the advantage of this is that you are sure that the memory is not going to be affected. Imagine you are creating. Imagine it's sure that you are managing the memory. That's what I mean. Whereby for every person that is creating a miracle as their name in the computer memory now, you are not creating miracle inside the string pool or the heap memory. All of them are pointing to the same miracle. That's also an advantage. That's memory advantage now, that every variable that is pointing to this string are pointing to the same reference. Not like you are creating many miracles and consuming a lot of memory in the computer now. So it's just the advantage. This is my first class, and I would implore you guys to just help me subscribe, follow me for more classes that is going to be coming up on this matter, and also on software engineering as a whole. I'm also going to be dropping some videos concerning teaching embedded systems. How do we program things? How do we work with low level programming like C++, C? How do we also create websites, designing a website? How do we design websites? Programming as a program. I believe that anybody can program, actually. Anybody can program. The only thing you need is just to understand the concept of programming. Once you understand the concept, you can pick up on any language, work on the language within a few weeks, and you are on with it. Just stick around. Thank you, everyone.